Y ahora damos la bienvenida a Danish from Wilfrid Laurier University. Danish, are you here? Danish?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Hello.
great. Wonderful, wonderful Danish. Thank you very much for being here. Muchachos, Danish es a representante de la Universidad Wilfrid Laurier University y nos va a contar todo sobre las opciones y alternativas en la universidad. So thank you very much, Danish, for being here. We have now high school students. They are on their last two grades of high school here in Colombia. So they will be ready very soon to go and attend a university in Canada. So go on, please, with your presentation.
All right, thank you. Just going to share the screen right now, and you'll see a PowerPoint presentation from Laurier. So hi, everyone. My name is Danish. I work for Laurier University. In my job, I meet with international students who want to come and study in Canada. I also attended Laurier. I studied health sciences in my undergrad, and now I'm currently studying in the MBA program part-time. So I can also speak about what it's like to be a student at the university as well. So just some highlights about Canada. Three really important points. Number one is just quality of life. So if you have any friends or family who have lived in Canada or studied in Canada, or have moved to Canada, they can tell you how just the quality of life is really safe, it's peaceful, everyone's really friendly. My family, we moved to Canada too, and it was really easy for us as newcomers to just get settled. Secondly, are the students who actually come and study in Canada. You can see 98% of them are satisfied, 93% are satisfied with their decision. And third are the immigration pathways. So you know in Canada, for how big the country is, it's the second biggest country in the world, but there's only like 35 million people. So a lot of the thinking is that international students who will come to Canada are the ones who are going to end up staying here and working in different careers. So Laurier University, we have two campuses, one in city of Waterloo and one in the city of Brantford. Both of these cities are about 1.5 hours away from Toronto. So you probably know Toronto, it's the biggest city in Canada. The airport is also very close to here, and you can get to both cities from the airport in also 1 hour. So it's very easy to transport. And then you can see it only 200 kilometers from the US border. So a lot of our students sometimes do maybe trips across to, the border. And then one last thing I want to just say is we are doing a virtual experience with everything being online. So that way you can actually go and do like a tour of both of the campuses. So Waterloo, this is what the city looks like. This is Uptown Waterloo, really popular place where we have a lot of outdoor shows. But some highlights about the city. It has 113,000 people. And the nice thing is, out of that population, 1 out of 3 are always students. So that means we have a really big student population. So there's, public transportation like the LRT in addition to the bus, very easy to get around the city. There's bike paths that are available for students. So if you don't drive, which a lot of students don't, you can bike across the city. And then a lot of events that happen are those that are interesting to students. The campus of Waterloo has 16,500 students. So in total, Laurier University has 20,000, and out of the 20,000, 16,500 are at the Waterloo campus. So you can see this is the bigger campus. It has 60 programs, over 175 clubs, and this is just a really like quick aerial shot of our university. Um, I lived in residence like it's just cut off right over here. And then my classes were here. So I really like the fact that everything was really close. And on the way to class, right here is where the science building was. There'd be like restaurants. I can get coffee. I can get food on the way to class. So it's really nice, easy campus to navigate. Some more pictures of the Waterloo campus. Right over here is the science building. So that building I was telling you about where I walked for my campus, that's the science building. And then right over here is the MBA program. So the MBA program is the Master of Business Administration. So it's really nice. It's a really nice campus. Brantford is the other campus of Laurier. Brantford is a little bit smaller than the Waterloo campus, meaning that it has about 3,200 students. Out of that, we have 20 programs, about 35 clubs. And the one really big difference between the two is that the Brantford campus is spread in the downtown area. So this is downtown Brantford with buildings. This is one of our buildings. These are our buildings. But then there's also like office and apartments and like movie theaters and restaurants all around the campus. And just some more pictures of the Brantford campus. One nice thing about it is you can see that we have new buildings that are like we've just recently built them, but then there's also old buildings that look really historical from the outside that were there from when the town was founded, but then from the inside they're all renovated to have like new classroom space. So for me, I always really appreciate that the outside looks really historical, and then you go inside and it's brand new. And then right over here is a $40 million YMCA. So it's like a sports complex. You can go do swimming, basketball, volleyball, soccer. There's study space. This is in the city of Brantford as well. So for residents, in first year, you don't have to live in residence, but it is guaranteed for students. So what happens is as long as you complete an application before the deadline, you're guaranteed a space. And on the application, you kind of tell us what style you're looking for. So if you're looking for a double room like this, or you're looking for an apartment style, you write on a form which style you want, and then it's a lottery system. So you rank one, two, three, and then we try to give students the number one choice. So if a student says, I want to live in a single dorm by myself, they put that as number one. If a student wants to live in an apartment, they can put that, I want my own single room, but I want to live in an apartment. And then in the apartment, you can see there's other students who live there. There's a full kitchen, living room, and washrooms. And then for dorm students, you can have a double dorm, which is two students, or you can have single dorm, which is just this in half. And then you have this basically on like a wall, like a floor where you have single or double dorms on both sides. And then you have a washroom that's either shared with one or two students, or it's a communal washroom with the rest of the floor. All students in the Waterloo campus are required to get a meal plan, and the meal plan basically gives you access to the food court over here. When you go to the food court or you go to the dining hall, it's unlimited all you can eat access, so you can go as many times and never run out of food at the dining hall. For the Brantford campus, which is the second campus I was mentioning, we have only apartment style, but the majority are single rooms. And these residents are actually newer than the Waterloo residents because Brantford is a newer campus. Another difference is that Brantford students, they don't have a dining hall, but instead of a dining hall, they buy groceries, and then those groceries they use to come back to their apartment and cook their meals in apartment style like this. So now I'm going to go into just more of what it's like to be a student at the university. These are just some pictures you can see. This is a really good story where it was an international student who was interested in cricket. Um, Cricket didn't exist at Laurier, so he actually started his own club, and this cricket club now plays other clubs across the province of Ontario. So they play other universities and colleges. So the idea behind this is you can come and join different clubs at Laurier. You can play sports at Laurier. You can do community events where you go and help build homes for other people. But if you're looking to start something yourself, something you were doing in your home country, whether it was like a sport or some sort of, musical thing you were interested in, you can come to Laurier and continue that. And Laurier actually gives students money to start their clubs. The next section is about just being graduate ready. Basically, when you come right from your first year, you have someone who's called a career counselor who you can meet with. And this career counselor, you can tell them about what your interests are, meaning like you want to be an accountant in Canada, or you want to go and work doing some sort of research for a pharmaceutical company, or you want to go to law school. Whatever your interests are, you can meet with this person who's there to basically like guide you through the process. So they help you with some things like building your resume. They also help you with like interviewing your interview skills. So if you have an interview coming up, you can book it with an advisor and they can do a practice interview so you know what to expect. And then they also tell you about really important career and job fairs. So you get an opportunity to go and meet with people who are hiring and you get to see what they're looking for and what kind of jobs they're looking for. And you get an
Uh,
opportunity to
Danish, we are losing you. Hello, Danish. Are you there? Hello, Danish. We are losing you. Are you still there? Unas sinceras disculpas para todos nuestros estudiantes. Tenemos una pequeña interrupción en la señal de nuestro presentador. Sin embargo, vamos a darle unos minutos para que se vuelva a conectar con nosotros. Mientras tanto, mientras él puede lograr conectarse nuevamente con nosotros, vamos a hacer un pequeño resumen sobre los programas que nos ha mencionado de la Universidad de Wilfrid Laurier University. Y muy importante tener en cuenta que Wilfrid Laurier University es una excelente universidad ubicada en la región de Waterloo de Canadá, que es como el hub tecnológico de Canadá. Allí están ubicadas grandes empresas de tecnología. Está también muy cerca de la ciudad de Toronto, solamente a unos 90 minutos de la ciudad de Toronto, lo cual también hace que sea un sector de Canadá muy interesante para todos los estudiantes que quieran estar cerca de la ciudad más grande de Canadá, pero sin tener que vivir en una ciudad de pronto tan costosa. Danish, are you there?
yep,
Oh, sorry, we lose you for a minute, but I
sorry
was
about
doing
that.
a summary of what you have been talking about.
Great.
So you can share your screen again and we
Yep.
can continue.
Okay, so I was basically just telling you about the co-op program. So
Yes.
co-op is basically where students get to work alongside their studies. So what happens is you will have a time where you're studying for in the fall for 4 months, in the winter for 4 months, but then in the summer you have 4 months off, and a lot of times students will do what's called co-op. So instead of having summer vacation where you're maybe traveling or going back home to your family, you can work with some of these companies you see down here like Pepsi, KPMG, Amazon. This is before you graduate, so you get to like apply what you're learning in the classroom. You get to earn about this much money per week when you're doing that. But the more important thing is that you're working with companies who can maybe hire you after you graduate. So if you're thinking, how do I increase my chances to get a job after you graduate? This is one of the best ways to do that because you get to try all these companies out before you graduate. I want to just go quickly into programs now. So the best way to explain this slide is everything in the yellow are different fields you can go into, and then everything in the white is a program that someone studied at Laurier, and now they're working in that field. So for someone who wants to work in business and finance, you can see we have business programs, we have economics, finance programs, but then there's also economics,
Creo que otra vez tenemos fallas en la comunicación con Danish. Se le fue una vez más de pronto el internet. Sin embargo, sigo viendo su pantalla y aquí pueden ver ustedes todos los programas que tiene la universidad disponibles. Entonces, para aquellos de ustedes que estén interesados en cualquiera de estos programas, pues obviamente es muy importante tener en cuenta que van a necesitar tener unas buenas notas en su high school para poder acceder a los programas. Danish, are you there? Danish, are you back?
or is it disconnecting again?
Yes, we got disconnected when you were talking about the programs.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Um, I guess I can maybe leave it to, yeah. Is it working? Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so the first area I'll go into are business programs. So for the business, Lazarity School of Business and Economics, There's 9 programs that are available. The big reason why students study business and economics at Laurier is because of co-op. So co-op I already talked about. We have the biggest business co-op in Canada. So that means you get to work with different companies um, um, that are like KPMG, Amazon, like the biggest in Canada. Um, we have many concentrations. So you can do accounting, you can do finance, you can do human resources, supply chain, strategy, whatever you're interested in. Um, the another big component of the program is there's live case.
Nuevamente volvimos a perder el sonido de Danish. No sé qué tipo de problemas tiene de pronto en su conexión, pero nos está hablando principalmente de la Sardis School, que es la escuela de negocios de la Universidad de Wilfrid Laurier University. Esta facultad es una facultad muy prestigiosa en todo Canadá, no solamente por los programas que ofrece en las áreas de negocios, de contabilidad, de finanzas, de economía, sino también adicionalmente porque los estudiantes egresados de la escuela La Sardis, que es la Facultad de Negocios de la Universidad Wilfrid Laurier University, son muy apreciados. Entonces, es importante tener en cuenta también esto en términos de la siguiente paso una vez uno se gradúa de la universidad y es la posibilidad obviamente de obtener también trabajo y obviamente salir de una universidad como estas pues es una excelente opción. Es muy importante que tengamos en cuenta que la universidad tiene muy buenas opciones también de becas para los estudiantes. Todos los estudiantes que tengan promedios, bueno, primero hay que tener un promedio mínimo de 80 sobre 100 para poder entrar a la universidad y obviamente eso va a permitir que si ustedes tienen notas superiores a eso puedan acceder también a becas de entrada o becas por desempeño académico. Entonces, es una universidad realmente donde los estudiantes son muy valorados. Tenemos una estudiante, por ejemplo, del Colegio San Bartolomé La Merced, que después de su primer año de estudios obtuvo una beca por compromiso y por, digamos, apoyo a nuevos estudiantes de $24,000 canadienses, lo cual es excelente porque obviamente eso puede ayudar muchísimo a sus papás a hacer viable esta opción y esta alternativa para poder hacer. Entonces, es importantísimo tener en cuenta es esta alternativa dentro de la universidad. Vamos a ver si Danish se puede volver a conectar para poder acceder y en todo caso tener muy en cuenta también que dentro de la universidad los estudiantes tienen la posibilidad de vivir en las residencias universitarias y todos los estudiantes de primer semestre tienen garantizado su vivienda en las residencias universitarias. Esto es también muy valioso porque cuando recién llegamos como estudiantes internacionales a una nueva universidad, pues el poder estar en las residencias, que vamos a estar acompañados por otros estudiantes que también están en nuestra misma situación, pues nos va a permitir tener un proceso de adaptación mucho más fácil, conocer amigos rápidamente. Las residencias realizan distintos tipos de eventos para que los estudiantes puedan interactuar entre unos y otros, además obviamente de la semana de inducción que tienen todos los estudiantes. Entonces, esto genera una gran ventaja. Creo que tenemos de vuelta a Danish. Danish, are you here? Are you back?
Yes, yes, I'm back.
Wonderful. Let's make a last try. I think we can
Okay,
finish the presentation.
all right. Sorry about that.
No problem. I was talking a little bit about what you have told the students about the co-op programs and about the residents and about La Sardis School and the big prestigious that the faculty has in all over Canada.
Okay, great. I guess next I can go into some of the other faculties. Let me just find the slide. Okay, so
Tenemos unos pocos minutos más y Danish nos va a terminar de hacer la presentación, pero si tienen alguna duda o alguna pregunta, por favor, no olviden que las pueden hacer por el chat. De igual manera, si ustedes quieren hacer una reunión de manera independiente con nosotros para que puedan asistir de pronto sus papás y conocer más información sobre este programa o cualquiera de los demás programas que Staina ofrece, pues simplemente pueden acceder al link que tenemos en este momento en el chat. Okay, here you are again. And you are sharing your screen.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to leave my video off. Maybe that will help.
Yes, perfect. Now we are seeing your screen again.
Awesome, thank you. So going into the Faculty of Science, 25 programs that are available. The main thing for science students is that Laurier is primarily an undergraduate school. So if you're somebody who's in a biochem program, in a physics program, health sciences program, psychology, and you want to do research with a professor, you can get research experience as an undergrad student. So this is important because if you want to go and do a master's or you want to do a PhD, if you've started doing research from your undergrad, it gives you an advantage compared to other students who go to bigger schools where professors work with more masters and PhD students for the research jobs. So that's the one really important thing I would tell science students, that if you're coming here and you're thinking about doing PhD or professional healthcare program, it's good that it's a small school that allows you to work with professors and really get that experience you can build on later on. Um, For Faculty of Arts, this is where we have the most variety of programs. So there's over 225 courses. And what this means is the program is really flexible. So if you're somebody who wants to do a lot of interesting double majors and a minor, maybe you want to do something like psychology and physics with a minor in music, or you want to do something like geography and you want to combine geography with criminology. Um, Art students have the most flexibility to do that compared to if you're in business or in health sciences or if you're in computer science. Those programs are really strict, meaning you have to take a lot of required courses. But if you want more freedom to maybe take philosophy, political science, sociology, women and gender studies, art students have the greatest advantage. And the main important thing is that just increases your employability. So if you really want to get creative with designing your degree, you can add research experience on top of that. You can do co-op if that's what you want to do. And you can also do
Bueno, creo que tenemos nuevamente dificultades con el sonido. Desafortunadamente, hoy no nos ha ayudado el internet de Danish en Canadá. Así que, ok, you're back.
Okay. Sorry about that. The music program, basically, it's like the business program, meaning it's very strict and structured. So there's a lot of requirements that you have to do. If you are applying to music, make sure you connect with me and I can connect you with a music recruiter who will help you understand what the audition process looks like. Because for music students, you have to play your instrument to get admission in addition to your grades. So now I just want to go into how to actually apply for students. The main thing is you go to the OUAC website. This is the common application for students in Ontario. Our website has more information on what the admission requirements are. Um, LEAF program, this is a great program for those students who, if you meet the requirements of your program, but you need English proficiency, meaning you don't have a passing IELTS or Duolingo score, you can come and study English at Laurier in the summer before your classes actually start. So this is an English foundation program called LEAF that we offer. Additionally, there's other language school pathways. So if you study at any of these other schools, like through University of Waterloo or Conestoga College, we accept their English proficiency, their English language school um, completion as well. And then finally, just going into some scholarship information. One thing at Laurier, when you apply right away, entrance scholarships, this is automatic. So you don't apply for this. This is based on your grades, and you will qualify if you have 80% or higher. If you have 95% or higher, you will get 4,000 in your first year. And if you maintain an 85, you get 4,000 every single year. So this one is renewable. And then these other scholarships are available once you become a student. So the majority of scholarships aren't available when you apply. You have to actually receive an offer and accept your offer. And then once you decide to study in the fall, then there are other scholarships that are available that can help you cover the cost of your tuition. Additionally, you can also work up to 20 hours a week part-time. So this is a big advantage for international students. So right from the first day of classes, you can work really anywhere. You can work on campus, you can work with in a department, you can work at the athletic complex with a professor, whatever you're interested in doing. And then finally, I'll just leave you with some important links. Oops. So if you have any more questions about connecting with us, just gonna take you to the contact page right over here. So there's different ways. You can email international@wlu.ca. You can also call. And then there's really important links here about different admission requirements, English proficiency requirements. And then you can also book a one-on-one meeting with me or any of us that work in the international department at Laurier. And then there's our social media links right over here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danish, for your presentation. I think students now have a very good idea of what Laurier has to offer them. I'm gonna make a little of a summary of a close and see if the students had any questions for you in the last few minutes that we have. Chicos, entonces, como nos contaba Danish, la Universidad de Wilfrid Laurier University es una universidad con muchísimas opciones y programas. Prácticamente todo lo que ustedes quieran estudiar lo ofrece la universidad. Es una universidad que está ubicada en la región de Waterloo, en Canadá, muy cerca de la ciudad de Toronto y en todo lo que se llama el Hub Tecnológico de Canadá. Si tienen alguna pregunta, pues pueden hacerla por el chat. Si quieren recibir información personalizada sobre este programa o cualquiera de los programas que han visto en nuestra feria, pues pueden simplemente agendar una asesoría gratuita con sus papás, simplemente dando clic al link que les estoy compartiendo por el chat para que puedan obviamente acceder a más información sobre este y los otros temas que hemos visto a lo largo de esta feria. Danish, I don't think we have any questions today. So thank you very much for the presentation. I know that we have a few difficulties, but no worry. We have been able to be successful doing the presentation. So thank you very much and then see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.